Hello everyone, I all hope you had a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week, and a wonderful day. Today I'm about to tell you about the Ice Clan, and also led by powerful Ice Dog magic users known as the Ice Faithful, the Ice Witch, the Ice Druids, who exactly been fighting a war against the Universal Heroes and the rest against the Intergalactic Coalition, against the rest of the Intergalactic Coalition. Today's such a beautiful day and a very great day ahead. The sun is up and everything else is quite beautiful, guys. I also have received some of my challenges of my own, but here I am. Anyway, the Ice Clan was quietly a formidable clan within the 30th century. It was a quietly formidable clan. The Lolo Magic seeked to know the secrets of ice and power, ice magic and ice and snow abilities in order to exactly establish the power of life and death and the power of life and death and the power of immortal powers and the powers of immortal beings in order to learn the secrets of life and death and the power of, or to learn the secrets of life and death and the powers of immortality and all of that. The Ice Clan and the Ice Druids and the Ice Witches and the Ice Faithful were very quietly helpful in helping him in helping him in helping him in helping him learn the secrets of ice immortality and death and life and immortality itself. But in doing so, the Lolo Magic decided to empower the Ice Clan. Excuse me, decided to empower the Ice Clan with his dark magic, giving it more power and giving it more energy than ever before. The Ice Clan was very quietly happy to receive more shipments of dark technologies and destructive technologies from the Lolo Magic's followers and also from the Dark Druids. In doing so, the Ice Witch was very quietly pleased with the results of the shipments and with the results of the technology that they were able to receive from the Lolo Magic and also from his forces. Within the 14th century, the Ice Clan launched a major full scale invasion on the Four Nation Hunters in order attempting to conquer all the worlds and all the civilizations. The Four Nation Hunter and the Ice Clan and the Ice Faithful and the Ice Druids and the Ice Witches clashed and fought. Enormous amounts of casualties were lost in the duration of the battle, causing enormous amounts of casualties were lost in two sides. Four Nation Hunters, excuse me, Four Nation Hunters were badly, quietly injured in both fronts, and Ice Druids and Ice Faithful and Ice Witches were badly, quietly injured on both fronts. This exactly caused the Four Nation Hunters to take some of them into custody. The others were able to teleport away. Some of them were able to vanish and open portals to other dimensions and other worlds and retreat back to their central headquarters They were able to convene with the other members of the Ice Clan and exactly reassured them that the war will be under their control sooner enough, or rather than quietly than later. And they exactly reassured the Ice Fishes and the Ice Faithful and the Ice Druids that they plan in order to reconquering all the worlds and all the civilization will exactly fall through, and it will exactly happen sooner or rather than later. After the news of the Lord of Death's magic was quietly traveling throughout the sacred universe and throughout the rest of sacred existence, the Ice Druids and the Ice Faithful and the superhuman with ice abilities and the members of the Ice Clan and the Ice Witches were devastated to the loss of the Lolo Magic, and they were very quietly angry and very quietly displeased that the demise of the Lolo Magic was brought at the hands of the Universal Heroes and at the hands of the Intergalactic Coalition and at the hands of the World Heroes and United Heroes. They were not exactly pleased. They decided it's time to reconquer all the worlds and all the civilizations by using the abilities of ice magic and dark ice magic and dark ice ability in order to turn all worlds and all planets and all systems into nothing but ice itself, turning it into ice worlds and into making it into an ice universe exactly. The Intergalactic Coalition heard rumors about the Ice Clan planning its next staging attack in order to exactly seize control of other worlds and other planets. They exactly decided to clash with the Intergalactic Coalition when head to head with the Ice Druids and with the Ice Faithful and with the Ice Witches. They were able to fight them, but some of the members of the Intergalactic Coalition were badly injured in battle, and also some of the Ice Druids and some of the Ice superhumans and super beings of the Ice Clan were also badly injured, despite all the superhuman abilities of using ice electronic and ice prognosis were able to exactly help them to keep them alive. They fought with the Intergalactic Coalition members and with the rest of the Universal's forces and with the rest of the Universal Heroes forces and also scouts and also members, and they were able to take them down. But in doing so, the Intergalactic Coalition managed to exactly gained the upper hand of the battle and managed to exactly prevent the Ice Clan and the Ice Stewards and the Ice Witches and the Ice Faithful from seizing control of the other worlds and the other civilizations. In doing so, they thwarted their plans and they thwarted the operation. Within August the 15th, they were able to reconvene. They were able to reconvene with the founders, with the founding leader of, or with the founders known led by a powerful supervillain known as the Dark King. The Dark King exactly wanted to hear the news about the operation, and they exactly and the Ice Faithful and the Ice Steward were able to explain the operations and the tactical advantage in reconquering all the other worlds and all the other civilizations with the Shadow Empire in chaos and still descending to chaos. The Dark King wasn't quietly devastated at the loss. He was more quietly pleased and very quietly, frankly, pleased with the results he got, and very quietly happy to see the success of the Intergalactic Coalition and the victories that they had over the other worlds and over the Ice Civilization. But the Ice Druids and the Ice Faithful and the leader of the Ice Clan reassured them, the leader of the founders, and exactly reassured him that the Ice Clan would exactly rise into power and still would exactly ascend into power. Within September the 4th, the Ice Clan received major dark destructive technologies and weapons delivered and supplied by the founders and by the Shadow Empire warlords since they made a pact and a deal, and part of the deal was to exactly receive shipments of massive weapons and massive destructive weapons and blades and daggers and guns and huge destructive weapons from the Shadow Empire and also from the founders. The Ice Clan decided to use these weapons in order to seize control of massive territories under the Intergalactic Coalition's watch, in order to attack them and in order to blindside them, which they successfully did. In doing so, they used all these weapons to tighten their grip among their home planet, among their home civilizations, among all the other worlds they managed to exactly reconquer and managed to exactly still conquer. Universal Man was quietly displeased to see the development of the Ice Clan rising to power and fully ascending to power, seeing the forces of the Ice Clan exactly making new enemies, exactly making new alliances with the Shadow Empire, with the founders, the Secret Society of supervillains who are dedicated to controlling humanity and conquering planet Earth and the entire known universe and the rest of sacred existence and the rest of the other universes, led by a powerful villain known as the Dark King and Dark Grey. In doing so, Universal Man decided it's time that they strip the Ice Clan, and the operatives of these weapons and all of these massive shipments, and cutting the operation quietly, thoroughly, making sure that they don't receive any destructive weapons and any destructive shipments from any of the Shadow Empire and also from the founders, which they exactly did. So the world heroes were quietly assigned on a mission to exactly confiscate all these weapons and all these technologies from the Ice Clan. They exactly fought with the members of the Ice Clan and were able to exactly fight with them. The battle was quietly conclusive. There were no losses on both sides. They were able to take some of the members of the Ice Clan into custody, and they were able to exactly ask questions about their leaders and who's exactly leading them. And according to the members of the Ice Clan, he said that the leadership is passed down to each member and to every member of the Ice Clan, which makes them all formidable leaders, which makes them all leaders of the Ice Clan itself, with the Ice Druid, Ice Faithful, Ice Witch, makes them all formidable leaders to lead the Ice Clan, given the risk of them being exposed and being taken into custody by the Universal Heroes and by the Intergalactic Coalition itself, exactly, which was exactly the bottom of the mystery that the heroes were able to exactly unlock. Despite this, the Ice Clan is very ambitious and very powerful and very formidable, with its high-ranking members and high-ranking leaders of the Ice Druids, the Ice Faithful, the Ice Witch, the Ice Superhuman, the Superhuman Clan leader, the Ice Clan King, and the Ice Woman, and the Ice Children, and the Ice People. They all lead each other, and they are all leaders of the Ice Clan, frequently clashing with the Intergalactic Coalition. They fought with the Intergalactic Coalition using their ice battle cruisers in order to destroy and decimating all the other battle cruisers of the Intergalactic Coalition. The battle and the losses of the rest of the Intergalactic Coalition was very quietly decimated All the fleets on both sides were very quietly decimated, but the power of the ice machine, which was able to freeze and destroy as much of the Intergalactic Coalition's battle cruisers and all of the ice clans and all of the ice clans battle cruisers and all of their soldiers and all of their foot soldiers and all of their armada. Both sides suffer enormous amounts of casualties and were unable to recover from the war itself exactly. The Intergalactic Coalition leaders in the Sacred Council were very quietly devastated with hearing the loss of the members of the Intergalactic Coalition and also the loss of the enemy, who some were able to be taken ultimately into custody and was sentenced straightly into the astral prison to be taken there and to remain there in the astral prison for more than years and years. Within after 3 months after the Universal Heroes frequently fought with the Order of the Five Members and with the Secret Society of the Order of the Five Members, clashing with Shadowmaster, Dark Light, and Shadow Fox exactly. The Ice Clan was exactly told to exactly lay low and to remain in operating in secret exactly, which was supposed to exactly do so. Judging by the Dark King's reaction and seeing the Universal Heroes in the Intergalactic Coalition liberating thousands of worlds from the Shadow Empire, frequently clashing with the Shadow Empire and fighting with them for years and for years to come. Within the next year, in November 2nd, the members of the Ice Clan were able to convene with Dark Master's servant known as Drow, who's a very powerful Dark Druid and a very, very powerful servant of Dark Master's empire. He supplied them with more technologies, with more destructive technologies, and more weapons, and more guns, and more weapons, and more dark technologies, and more dark staffs, and more dark blades, and more swords, and more weapons in order for the Ice Clan to empower itself. And he exactly advised them to remain low and to exactly remain low and to stay out of trouble. And also told them, as part of the deal with his Lord and Master, that his Lord and Master will conquer the rest of the sacred universe and the rest of the sacred world. The members of the Ice Clan were very quietly reassured of that, and they are forced to exactly stand down. They were able to reconvene with the Dark King within the second year, and the Dark King continued to supply the members of the Ice Clan, and was quite pleased with their progress, seeing their home planet and their home central headquarters evolving and adapting and rising to new heights and rising to new powers and rising to new heights, and seeing it adapting and evolving into new high standards and into new high evolution of its temple and of its civilization rising. The Dark King became quietly impressed and very quietly stunned, seeing the revolution of the entire civilization of the Ice Clan and of his home planet adapting and fully evolving. The members of the Ice Clan were quietly still holding a grudge against the Four Nation Hunters, and they were eager to finish off their rematch against the Four Nation Hunters and of the Alliance. Hank Starwood exactly learned that the members and the operatives of the Ice Clan were still posing a threat to the rest of the Four Nation Hunter village, and they were going to begin another secret ambush attack. He decided to inform all the outposts of the members of the Intergalactic Coalition and to exactly warn them that the Ice Clan and the Ice Druids could exactly begin a full-scale attack on the entire city-state and the rest of the entire Four Nation city-state and the rest of Sacred City itself exactly, which they exactly did. The Druids, the Ice Druids and the Ice Faithful and the Ice Witches and the members of the Ice Clan launched a full-scaling attack on all the cities and started destroying them. Members of the Four Nation Hunters were forced to fight and protect the people and protect the citizens of the entire city. The battle was quietly conclusive. As there were enormous amounts of casualties of losses on both sides. The Ice Druids were able to be decimated. Members of also the Ice Faithful were decimated. Even some of the Ice Witches were destroyed and decimated within the battle. Some of the Four Nation Hunters were also decimated, but they were able to survive and ultimately take some of them into custody and were able to exactly get answers. The rest of the members were able to reconvene. They were able to reconvene later at that day, and they were exactly happy to see the results of the attack, exactly paving a way for the Shadow Empire to rise and ascend into power, which exactly that was part of the plan and part of the deal that he made with the Shadow Empire warlords. in order for them to rise and ascend into full power, and in order for them to rise and ascend to full power and control the known universe and control the rest of sacred existence by any means necessary. Despite this, the members of the Ice Clan are very ambitious, very strong, very intelligent, very brave, very calculative, and very strategic and very powerful tactician, forming an alliances with other supervillains known as the Dark King, Watermaster, Dark Witch Boy, Mr. X, Queen Ivy, Dark Grey, Dark Grey, Dark Grey, Dark Grey, Dark Grey, Dark Grey, Silverface, 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 Silver Knight, the Dark Druids, the Dark Witches, and the Dark Faithful, Ghostmaster, Golden Knight, the Order of the Five, the Shadow Empire Warlords, Commander Power, Lord Justin, Lord Winter, Lord Justin, Lord Winter, Lord Justin, Lord Winter, and Lord Havik, and Lord Havik himself, the Golden Masters, forming an alliance with these other supervillains makes them more dangerous and makes them more formidable adversaries. According to the Universal Heroes database, according to the Formation Hunter database, the Ice Clan members are the most powerful, formidable members of the entire sacred universe. They pose a huge threat to the rest of sacred existence, forming alliances with other super criminals and other super villains in order to further their agenda and their ambition, with helping others to further their agenda and their ambition, and also helping themselves further their goals and their ambition, and placing themselves as a dominant ruler of the whole planet and the rest of the other sister worlds and the rest of the other sister worlds in close proximity and the rest of the other worlds and the other planets. The Ice Clan is a very powerful clan because of the Ice Druids and the Ice Faithful, the Ice Superhumans, and the members of the Ice Clan makes the Ice Clan more powerful, makes it more formidable. They also receive shipments and massive dark technologies from the Shadow Empire, from the founders, from the Order of the Six, from the Order of the Seven. That is exactly part of the deal and part of the pact. The deal was exactly, they made the pact and the deal within the 40th century. The part of the deal with the Shadow Empire was that for them to conquer all the worlds, and helping the Shadow Empire conquer more civilization. In return, the Shadow Empire warlords would exactly give the Ice Clan more power and more destructive technology as part of their deal. The objective of this alliance and the objective of this pact was for them to conquer the rest of existence together, and by forming an alliance with the Dark King Secret Society was for them to allow the Dark King to become the ruler of the known universe and the king and highly godlike being of the sacred world and of the sacred universe. In return, the Dark King would exactly deliver more destructive technologies and more destructive powers and more destructive forces and more destructive operatives as part of the deal with the members of the Ice Clan and with the members of the Ice Clan and with the leaders of the Ice Clan, which that was exactly part of the deal. Despite this, the ice world itself is a very powerful ice world, full of ice and full of snow and full of ice and full of snow and full of water and full of the blue sun. The members of the Ice Clan join forces with another and join forces and align themselves with the members of the Order of the Five in order to help them, with their goal and with their ambition, and also the Order of the Five aligns themselves with the members of the Ice Clan in order to help them tighten their grip on their home planet. They meet and convene on the central headquarters of the Ice World, of the Ice Planet, in order to discuss their operations at the heart of the ice, at the heart of the Ice Temple itself, in order to discuss the operations and in the meetings of destroying the Universal Heroes, the Intergalactic Coalition, the World Heroes, the United Heroes, the Universal Space Heroes, in order to take them down and wipe them down once and for all. Despite this, the members of the Ice Clan are formidable, intelligent, raw, and have long gravity, have long agility, endurance. They are all formidable members. The Ice Faithful are the most formidable, trained in hand-to-hand combat, able to fight in hand-to-hand combat with sticks, blades, swords, weapons, able to form alliance with other super shadowy villains known as Shadow Knight, World Knight, Golden Knight, Ghostmaster, Metal Face, able to form alliance with them and all the other and with the rest of the leaders of the Secret Society, Lord Six, Dark King, Dark Grey, Dark Light, Shadow Fox, Shadow Master, Goddess of Life, Dark Ren, Dark Ron, and her Dark Boy and Dark Girl, and the members of the other Secret Society, forming an alliance with them in order to further their goal and their ambition, in order to conquer the rest of sacred existence and all the worlds in the entire known universe and the rest of the entire the rest of the entire world within the sacred universe by any means necessary. But the universal heroes have been frequently clashing with the members of the Ice Clan, determined to put a stop to their plans and to their goals and to their schemes, no matter what exactly. No matter exactly what. They're willing to fight with them, and they're willing to stop these ice villains and these ice villains and these ice foes, these ice villains with their schemes and with their plans from conquering humanity and conquering the known universe and conquering the rest of sacred existence by any means necessary. The Ice Faithful are very crafty with ice magic, able to use ice magic to combine ice magic with dark magic, able to use the power of summoning, teleportation, mind reading, casting illusions, able to exactly have the power, able to exactly interrogate to know if they're lying or telling the truth, able to exactly see through their eyes and able to exactly see through their eyes and conjuring magic energy, ice magic blast and ice magic shields and ice magic powers. The ice witches are no different. They have the power of super speed, telepathy, and the power of mind reading, the power of casting spells, and the power of summoning, and the power of combining ice technology with dark technology given by them by the Shadow Empire, and using it to experiment, creating dark ice machines known as the Ice Time Machine, to destroy planets and other worlds across the known universe and across your sacred existence. But the Intergalactic Coalition have been frequently clashing with the Ice Witches, trying to stop them with their goals from destroying the worlds and reconquering all the worlds throughout the sacred universe and throughout the rest of sacred existence by any means necessary. The universal heroes have never faced a greater threat, unlike any other threat they've ever faced, such as the members of the Ice Clan, who are very ambitious, forming alliances with the secret society, secret society of supervillains known as the Founders, and also the Shadow Empire, and the Order of the Five, the Order of the Six, Order of the Seven, Order of the Eight, the Sacred Circle itself, forming alliance with other secret society supervillains in order to establish control of the other worlds and other civilizations, and thrusting humanity through chaos and through famine by exactly putting danger and chaos and destruction upon humanity in order for them to rule through that chaos, so that the universal prince and his secret society don't have the power or the leverage to rule through it and stopping him from ascending. There is always an evil agenda to stop the Order of the 12 from ruling the rest of sacred existence and preventing a powerful supervillain such as a universal prince from conquering and ruling the known universe and conquering and ruling the known universe and the rest of sacred existence by any means necessary. The Ice Clan believes that what they're doing is for the good of sacred existence and is for the best for sacred existence. In the 30th century, they formed an alliance with the founder and leader of the Order of the 12, known as the Universal Prince, was a powerful supervillain, and decided to exactly make a deal that when the Universal Prince has ascended to the throne, he would exactly give the rest of sacred existence to the Ice Clan and to the Ice Clan and to the Ice Clan and to the Ice Druids and to the Ice Druids and to the Ice Faithful and to the Ice Witches and to the members of the Ice Clan. But that didn't exactly work out. As you can see, the Order of the 12 is still frequently clashing with the Universal Heroes and are still fighting with the Universal Heroes. As you can see, the Universal Prince and his society are still doing whatever they can to seize control of the known universe and of the rest of sacred existence by any means necessary. But the Ice Clan's true objective is to prevent the Universal Prince from ascending to the throne and from ruling and conquering from the chaos he's about to bring, by exactly creating more chaos and more turmoil, and by fighting with the Universal Heroes in the Intergalactic Coalition, no matter what the circumstances are. They are very determined members with the ability of teleportation, the ability of superhuman strength, super speed, super levitation, of telepathy and levitating, and also flight, and also super healing, regenerative healing, and properties of mind control, and properties of seeing through the mind, and properties of opening portals and teleporting with faster speed. The members of the Ice Clan, with the Ice Faithful and with the Ice Druid and with the Ice Witches, are formidable and are also deadly, very deadly. They come from a world of ice and a planet of ice and water, and they belong there with their home world has 3 or 4 suns, blue suns. The blue sun is to represent ice, and the yellow sun is to represent is to actually represent power and control over the other worlds and over the other planets. Their home central headquarters is the home central headquarters of for them to convene, and their home net on their home individual bases. In their home individual bases is the central headquarters of their home world and of their home civilizations. They convene there and they meet and discuss. They talk with the other supervillains through video conference. They exactly convene with the other members of the Ice Clan within the Ice Temple itself in order to discuss and talk about the operations, about their planning, about their strategies, about their schemes in order to conquer the rest of sacred existence and fighting the universal heroes in intergalactic coalition. They maintain the individual bases as well as a central headquarters, which is the ice planet where they convene and meet and discuss and talk and exactly meet up there. And they meet up there and convene and talk about their operations, about their plans, about their schemes in order to conquer the rest of sacred existence and the rest of the sacred world and the rest of the sacred universe. Despite this, the universal heroes are determined and enough to stop these ice villains and the members of the Ice Clan from conquering and ruling the rest of the known universe and the rest of the sacred universe and the rest of sacred existence by any means necessary. I all hope you enjoyed this video, and I all hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. It was very much quietly good talking to you guys. Very much quietly good. Bye.